So you're out shopping for homes and you finally found a house that you really love. You're ready to put in an offer and you're sitting there thinking, okay, how much should I offer? You definitely don't want to insult the seller, and you also don't want to overpay. And if you're the actual seller, you don't want to take an offer that's leaving money on the table. This is exactly what's happening right here in Middle Tennessee. The market has shifted. We're no longer in that crazy bidding era. We're leaning more towards a buyer's market, which means both sides have to play it smart. So today I'm going to be breaking down how to make an offer, or as a seller, how to respond to an offer. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make an offer that the seller can't refuse, or how to recognize a solid offer when you're the one selling. If we haven't met yet, my name is Tierra.Hensley and I am a realtor here in the Middle Tennessee area. I post weekly content for buyers, sellers, and relocation clients. If you're thinking about buying your first home, selling your home, or relocating to the area, don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 931-486-4537. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss an update. So let's get started with the basics. I'm sure you guys have heard we're in a buyer's market. What does that actually mean? In simple terms, that just means there are more homes for sale than active buyers. Homes are sitting longer, sellers are offering more concessions and credits, and buyers have more power to negotiate. Across Middle Tennessee, here's what we're seeing. Inventory is definitely up compared to last year. Buyers have choices. The number of days on the market has definitely gone up. Now, this doesn't mean that you can just throw out a random lowball offer and expect to get away with it. It means you have room to negotiate intelligently based on data and not desperation. Sellers, on the other hand, you're adjusting too. You may have seen your neighbor's home fly off the market in 2021 for $50K over asking. That's not today's world. Today, your success depends on how you respond, not just what you listed for. So both sides have to think strategically. Now let's talk to the buyers, because this is where most people go wrong. Before you come up with your offer, you need to have these 3 things lined up. First, you need to have your pre-approval letter. Not a pre-qualification, you need a full pre-approval letter. In this market, sellers want to see that you're serious and that your financing is ready. If 2 offers came in at the same price and only one has the full pre-approval, you can believe that the seller is going to go with the one with the pre-approval versus the one who doesn't have it. Number 2, your research. And this is something that your realtor should help you with. You need to understand why the house is priced the way it is. Don't just trust the listing price. You're going to have your agent pull the comps, which is comparables, for the last 90 days. Same style, same size, same condition, and possibly within the same school district. That way you can see what similar homes sold for within that time frame. And while you're at it, also check the days on market. A house that's been sitting for 75 days may be primed for negotiation versus a house that's only been sitting for 5 days and just had an open house. Not so much. And finally, your intel. This is where I come in. Before I ever present or write an offer, I'll give the listing agent a call and ask how the traffic's been. Have you had any offers yet? What does your seller value most? Price, timing, or certainty? You'd be surprised how much you can learn by asking the right questions and then stopping to listen. Finding out what's most important to the seller other than price can be very helpful. Do they need a fast close? Do they need time to find their next home? Do they care more about certainty or top dollar? Knowing these things can help tailor your offer more strategically. Has the home had any other offers that fell through, and why? If financing fell apart or if the inspection scared off another buyer, that information is gold for you. It gives you leverage and insight into what to expect. Also, would a credit at closing be more helpful than a price reduction? Many sellers in today's market are open to offering a few thousand towards closings or rate buy downs rather than dropping their list price by $20,000. And yes, sometimes you can get both. all the situations are different and unique to that seller. Okay, so let's talk numbers. So when it's time to make an offer, we're first going to go with the supported value, meaning we start with the most comparable sales in that area, within the same neighborhood if possible. Let's say similar homes have sold between $460,000 and $480,000. You also want to consider conditional adjustments. Next, we can adjust offer price based on upgrades or deferred maintenance. If the kitchen hasn't been updated since maybe the 2000s, you might knock off $10K. If the roof is brand new, maybe you add a little back. You also want to consider days on market. If the house has been sitting twice as long as the average, that's your signal to start a little lower. For example, if homes in your area are sitting for an average of 45 days, and the one that you love has been sitting for 90 days, you might send your offer to be maybe less than the list price. Also consider terms and credits. Instead of focusing on the price, use credits to make the deal a win-win. You can consider asking for 2 to 3% in seller closing costs, or a rate buy down, or even appliances that can help you save after closing. Now, let me talk to my sellers. Let's say you listed your home at $550,000. You finally get an offer and it's for $525,000. What now? Here's how you should approach it. Pause before reacting. Don't take it personally. Low offers aren't insults. They're openings for a conversation. Now, you also want to look beyond the numbers. Ask your agent, is the buyer fully approved? And also, are they asking for closing credits? How fast can they close? A $525,000 offer with 21-day close time and no contingencies might be better than a $540K offer that takes 60 days and is tied up in financing. You can ask for justification. Can you share how the buyer arrived at that number? That's a polite way of saying, show me your homework. You'll quickly see whether it's emotion-based or data-driven. You also want to counter strategically. Instead of rejecting the offer altogether, counter with a thoughtful adjustment. Maybe $540K with a shorter inspection and a smaller credit. The goal is always to keep the conversation going until everyone reaches a happy medium. Also, don't ignore offers. Even if one feels low, every offer is an opportunity to educate the other side and test the motivation. Deals fall apart when people stop talking. Negotiation isn't about arguing. It's about listening and finding an overlap. Now let's talk about inspections for a second. Inspections are back. This isn't 2021 when people were waiving inspections and buying the home as is. But of course, there is a right way to approach inspections. You want to focus on safety and systems and not cosmetics. Things like the structure or foundation, your roof, HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. If something is broken, unsafe, or leaking, you definitely want to have that fixed. If it's paint, maybe the gout or some scuffs, that's just a part of home ownership. And sellers, this part is for you too. If you get a repair request, you want to read it carefully before reacting. Sometimes even just giving small credits can help keep the deal alive without the stress of scheduling contractors. That's always an option. It's not technically giving in, it's just being strategic. And to wrap things up, buying or selling a home is not just a financial decision. It's emotional on both sides. It's about where your kids will grow up, or where they did grow up when you're selling, or how soon you can move closer to family, or whether you can finally afford that fenced-in backyard for your dog. There's always emotions tied to buying or selling your home. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers, but at the end of the day, it's about your peace of mind. You want to walk away from closing day feeling confident and not stressed out. And that's what good negotiations give you, confidence. So whether you're buying or selling here in the Middle Tennessee area, here's your takeaway. Do your homework, stay calm, lead with the facts. If you're ready to make an offer or list your home and you want to talk about strategy for your situation, you can schedule a one-on-one call with me using the link down below in the description box. I have families reaching out every week who are buying, selling, or relocating here to the Middle Tennessee area, and I'd love to help you next. Don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my number is 931-486-4537. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.